Hey guys, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Thinking Crypto YouTube channel, where we cover the news, facts, and sentiments that are happening in this new asset class that is crypto. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also smash the like button. Now let's take a look at the market here. Bitcoin currently sitting at $11,947. Still trying to break through 12,000 again. It did break 12,000 yesterday for a brief moment, so looks like it's trying to get through that and then build some support level off of 12,000. So let's see how things play out over the next few days. As I've stated many times, we are in a bull market and there's going to be a roller coaster ride going to the next higher prices. But we know for sure that, once again, new asset class, the big players are getting in, like your Fidelity, your TD Ameritrade, Backed, ICE. We have a lot of hedge funds and pension funds and a lot of the endowments from Yale and Harvard and so on and so forth. We've seen a lot of these players are getting in, and many have been buying via OTC, accumulating, even when we had the very low prices back in December. The market bottomed out and we've been on the upward rise since then. Now, something I want to share with you guys, and it's very important, as I always state, is to watch what the big money and the governments are doing. Not so much what they're saying, but what are they doing? Where are they putting their money? And this is not something that only applies to crypto. It applies to other markets, because there's one thing the big money and smart money have done for a long time. They put out a certain narrative in the out in public, but yet they do something different in the back, and that's to essentially help them to maintain their wealth, to make sure the average Joe doesn't have certain information, or you influence them to do something where they make profits and money off of that. Now, one such person we caught again doing that is Kevin OLeary, Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Shark Tank himself. And shout out to the user Thomas Schultz, who put these clips together. And the first part is from 2019, recently, where Kevin OLeary has been on a tear bashing Bitcoin and crypto, saying it's crypto crap. Why would I put my money in this? I'm going to lose my money. Why would I put my fiat in this? And blah, 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 blah. But someone found a clip of him being on a news segment where years ago, when Bitcoin is very low, and he was very bullish about it, talking about it's great. It's an alternative if you're against the government and the banks and blah, blah, blah. And let me play the clip for you guys. Watch it, and then we'll talk a bit about it.
And where's the long-term value? Just this idea that they're going to cut the number of units in half, it's such a scam. Like, that's just totally BS. I love your optimistic view of it. You haven't changed my mind at all. It's still garbage, and I'm not going to take real money and put it into this thing. It's never going to happen. Tony, help me become a believer, okay? Because I'm a huge skeptic of this. Imagine real money, taking real dollars that I'm making in cash 2.1% on and putting it into crypto crap.
Just 2 months ago, each Bitcoin was worth only $20. Kevin OLeary is our business commentator and the chair of OLeary Funds. We know he has a thought or two on that. Nice to see you in studio again this morning.
Well, let's remember that until yesterday, most people around the world never heard of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, for those who don't know it, is basically virtual currency, the same that you get for blasting aliens in a video game, except now traded globally. You can buy Bitcoins with virtually any currency on Earth and convert back into any currency, or buy goods and services with it. So I think the best way to look at this is a proxy for the mistrust individuals have of central bankers. If you're willing to take Bitcoin as a currency, it has no basis, no central banker, no hard asset behind it, but if you don't trust any other currency, this is where you go. So it's essentially what's happening here, Heather. People all around the world are saying, I've had it with my central banker. I don't trust politicians anymore. I'm going to trade with this currency with my computer and my cell phone. So I ignore everything till it gets to $1 billion of market cap.
Okay.
That happened recently with Bitcoin, well over $1 billion in value. So it's here to stay. When you've accumulated a virtual worth of $1 billion and people are willing to trade it and actually buy things with it, turn it back into hard assets. And here's the key, Heather. Owners of hard assets are willing to take Bitcoin. This is here to stay. That's what's going to happen. And no central banker can control it.
Is it a legitimate form of currency to trade?
It is. And as soon as it passed $1 billion and someone bought a hard asset with it, in my books, as an investor, it became real. Remember, the currency markets are the largest markets on Earth, bigger than commodities, bigger than stocks, bigger than bonds. It's going to grow, but it's going to take a long time. But is it here to stay? Oh, yeah. So will I take 2 or 3%?
So very bullish statements from him, right? In 2013, he's talking about as an investor, put my money in it. It's certainly a legit currency to trade, and it's here to stay. And let me continue the clip here because the clip got cut off. And
There's the long term.
here we go.
But is it here to stay? Oh, yeah. So will I take 2 or 3% in Bitcoins? I think I might. I'm going to start looking at it.
So notice the complete 180, right, that we're seeing in 2019 versus 2013 now. And the statements he makes right now, he never references what he said in the past. It's as if he's completely new to Bitcoin and crypto, and he's coming on the show saying it's crypto crap, it's garbage, you lose your money, right? So smoke and mirrors move, guys. And I tweeted about this. Many of you, if you follow me on Twitter, may have seen this. Once again, he's putting a certain narrative out there, and he wants the average Joe watching CNBC not to put their money into Bitcoin. Why? Bitcoin right now and crypto is primed to go to a new higher highs where the prices are going to be so high, right? Because as I just mentioned, pension funds, endowments from Yale, Harvard, TD Ameritrade, Intercontinental Exchange, the owner of the New York Stock Exchange, launching back. You have Fidelity getting involved, but he doesn't mention any of that. Notice that, right, guys? You got to really pay attention to how he's saying it and what he's saying. And he's not giving any facts. All he's doing is name calling. It's crap. I'm going to lose my money, right? Using certain statements that the uninformed, the average Joe listening to this will be like, oh man, Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, Shark Tank. He's a smart guy. He's rich. I better listen to him. I'm not going to invest in no Bitcoin. I'm going to lose my money, right? That's what he's trying to set up. But him and his friends are certainly accumulating. And we even saw this smoke and mirror show from who? Jamie Dimon recently, the CEO of JP Morgan. Trash Bitcoin and crypto in public, right? Not giving facts, just saying don't talk to me about that. It's garbage, right? But secretly building their own crypto. Guys, I hope you're awakened to these things that are happening and how the game has been played for the ages by the smart money. And count yourself lucky that you understand this and see this, because we are so early, guys. And at that point when he was talking about, oh, Bitcoin's this and that in 2013, the market wasn't what it was now, right? Prices were very low and there weren't many people in it. It wasn't mainstream. But he was pushing it at that point. The prices rose. He made money. And now he's trying to accumulate as much as possible because the next cycle is going to take us higher. So I hope you get that, guys. And patience is so important in this market, guys. And some other facts I want to share with you because I'm about facts. On Shark Tank, he was one of the sharks who made $100,000 investment that in an app that turns your spare change into Bitcoin. And this is on CNBC. This is not some random blog, right? The episode is, of course, on somewhere online where you can watch it. Shark Tank episode. He was the one who made the investment into the app that, of course, turns spare change Bitcoin into Bitcoin and other cryptos. And I believe the app was Bundle, if I'm pronouncing that right. So why would he make investment into something that he feels will lose money and crap? Smoke and mirrors, guys. Now, another major item. Kevin O'Leary, this is on CNBC. New York hotel wants to use $400 million crypto coin offering to sell ownership like stock. So he's working with some hotel to look to do an ICO, essentially where they're going to sell part of the hotel via an ICO and you can have ownership of that. But I thought crypto is crap. Why would you even get into this? It's garbage. Guys, it wouldn't surprise me if he's invested in some company that's building a cryptocurrency. So trash it. He's going to probably double dipping, right? Accumulate OTC, make money off of it, trash it in the public, set that narrative. Also invest in companies that are building around crypto, because once it goes back up, these companies are going to do well. Also participate in ICOs and helping companies to launch their own crypto. So I hope you see what's happening here. And he's not the only one. Trust me, him and his friends are accumulating. And the biggest, one of the biggest skeptics is Warren Buffett, who said Bitcoin is a rat poison and then rat poison squared. Trust me when I tell you. And I don't believe that for 1 second. I believe he's invested in some way and gonna trash it and then, you know, look to make money off of it, but he's not gonna make it public. I personally believe that. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at what's happening. So don't be fooled. Don't watch what they're saying. Watch what they're doing. Where's the money going? And here you can see he put his money where his mouth is, where he's like, yeah, I'm going to invest in your app because I believe crypto is the future. Like, he talks about it on the show. Then all of a sudden, 2019, oh, it's garbage. It's crypto crap. So does that mean Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, backed ICE, all these hedge funds and pensions are idiots, that they're investing in crap, in rat poison squared? Guys, don't let this guy fool you. Don't let the big money guys fool you. This is the smoke and mirrors move they've done for a long time. So I hope your eyes are open to this, because I've shown you some facts here. He's doing different things versus what he's saying, right? So be patient. Not financial or investment advice. I'm personally accumulating in the dips and holding on. And I know these big players are going to, you know, market the hell out of this new asset class, and a lot of things are being built now. The governments are on board. The future of this market is very bright. Some interesting news here. Bitcoin network hash rate hits 80 quintillion for the first time. So this is really big. Bitcoin has passed another network performance milestone this week as the largest cryptocurrency's hash rate hit a new record high. So I think we last talked about in maybe a few videos ago, 85% of all Bitcoin are mined already, and you know the remainder with the halvening coming up, the reduction of the block rewards and all that, it's going to increase the scarcity. I think by 2040 it's going to wrap up, you know, with the final Bitcoin mined. So that's why I personally have some Bitcoin in my portfolio. I hold XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. I personally diversify. I believe Bitcoin's going to be a winner, guys. And the Lightning Network is around the corner for Bitcoin, and that's going to help in its usability and scalability. Now, Robinhood, as you guys know, Robinhood first started out with stocks and other types of investment opportunities, and then they added crypto. Why? The new asset class. Everybody's trying to get in to capitalize. So they got they wanted a license to operate in the UK. So going over to the UK, this is really great for them. And you know, more and more of these players are just going to start launching their services and you know, go global. And this crypto market is global. There's exchanges around the globe. It's accessible globally, where it's easy for someone with just a smartphone to invest in crypto, guys. And we know the benefits of that, and the help it's going to bring to the unbanked and allowing people to move money. And that's why Facebook is trying to launch its own crypto. We are at just another level, and you know, this market is maturing right before our eyes, guys. When I say governments are on board, we're seeing both local and national federal governments are doing things to move towards the growth of this market. Rhode Island, a state in the United States, will regulate crypto under money transmitter laws. So not banning it, not killing it, will regulate it. Rhode Island has become the latest U.S. state to add specific money transmitter guidance for crypto firms. According to a report published August 5th, Alston & Bird, an international law firm, any business that accepts fees for currency transmissions or maintains control over virtual currencies for others will fall under the new law beginning January 1st, 2020. Part of Rhode Island's license for crypto firms are strict compliance metrics, anti-money laundering, anti-fraud, and security requirements. So KYC, AML, it's your typical stuff. Nothing that we're all not familiar with, right? So this is a great sign. Finally, the Winklevoss twins' Gemini exchange data is being added to the CME's crypto indices. We saw the NASDAQ launch indices, and now the CME is taking Gemini's data, man. I mean, NASDAQ and CME, obviously traditional financial companies, but the new asset class, they're adopting it. Guys, I hope this is resonating with you. It's how big this is, because this ain't 2016 or 2015 anymore. The big boys are getting in, the big players. It's just, and I hope you guys understand to be patient, how patient you have to be, and don't be fooled by all the headlines and the price swings, right? A lot of volatility, but as more liquidity gets in the market, we're going to see less volatility. and these prices we're not going to see again, right? Now, am I saying it's going to happen over the next 6 months? No. These things, if you zoom out on the Bitcoin chart, there's a timeline, right? You had your run-ups, new higher highs, and higher lows, another run-up, right? And some of those were years apart. So keep that in mind, right? I got to have perspective. So guys, what do you think about this Kevin O'Leary smoke and mirror show here? Typical smart money, big money move. And we saw it with Jamie Dimon. It wouldn't surprise me if Warren Buffett is doing the same thing, and many others. So don't fall for the narrative. Look at what they're doing. So we'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave them below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. If you'd like to support the channel, check out my Patreon group. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you all later.